Hi guys, how are you? New firmware 29 is out. Fractal never stopped to improve his incredible firmware. New sound, new improvement. And now I decided to share with you the sound check with this new firmware. I have some presets to update as usual, and I wanted to share with you. Let me share my editor. Okay, so first of all, we have to. Okay, let me check. Okay, I have to. now it's fixed. Okay, first of all, I upload my, let's say, all the preset. This preset was done with firmware 24, and because there are some new algorithm improvement on the amp, now the best thing is to upload the presets, go to the channel, and go to the soft reset current amp channel. This is the best way to reset the amp and preserve the settings of the amp: gain, bass, middle, treble, and presence. In this case, this is preset based on the JTM 45. Is one of my favorite Marshall preset. It is really flexible because with this amp you can get some clean sound like this. Sorry. Amazing, yeah. It's really flexible because you can use any kind of drive before to produce any desired distortion, like, for example, the compulsion distortion. I love it for this combination. Amazing. I don't know, guys, but by the time I hear the fractal sound better and better and better, and I know this kind of feeling with other modelers. So incredible job from Fractal. And also I verify and I check the cabinet, because you know, with the latest firmware the room ambient is changed. I suggest you to have a look on the room ambient for the cabinet. It is a really incredible feature you can get to give the super realistic sound and feeling on your presets. And I show you, if the room level is set to 0, so this is the sound. Okay, but if you rise up a bit, not too much, the room level, it's incredible. This is extremely high. This is too much, but it's only to show you who is the impact that gives this incredible feature. And I test the room, very good room effect from Universal Audio, like OX or like some other Universal Audio pedals, and that feature is really fantastic. And with Fractal, we can reach the same quality, maybe more, because it's much more flexible. But you have to learn how to do this and to try to tweak the control, because, for example, the room level, but the room size is very important, okay? Like you can hear. It is not the reverb. I can switch off the reverb, okay? It seems you like in a room. It depends how big is the room. Sorry, this is not. Okay, this is the reverb. Sorry. Okay, I get to small room. It's like a small stock. But if you increase the room level, it is incredible. You can put the max 30 meter. Fantastic. Okay, let's skip to 15. You can also work with the room diffusion. And also with the floor reflection. This is really important because this changes the behavior of the floor reflection. And change a lot of the sound. Okay. The low frequency damping and high frequency damping, but the most important is mix spacing. It is the space between the mic that are getting the reverb. If you increase, sorry. Then, okay. This is really incredible impact parameter. If you increase the space of the microphone, you increase also the stereo image of the cabinet. Yeah, fantastic. So I can put again the reverb. Okay, and now I can reduce because the room level now is too much. I suggest you to set to from 4 to 10, not too much. It's up to you, of course. And this helps a lot to increase the stereo image of the sound. It's incredible. Okay, I can play over a backing track. Typical Landau style track with my Coma Landau original. Yeah. Yeah. This is perfect, this reverb for this kind of improvisation. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. work. Yeah. Let's try to switch on the reverb, the drive, sorry. Woo! In this preset, I use simply the factory cabinet. It is one of my favorites. It is the 4x12 Brit 70 greenback with microphone 313. It is slot 545. You can check it. This is the lead. Wow! Extremely dynamic. This is the same sound with a volume at 5. And this is the compulsion distortion, is one of my favorite drive. Yeah. Okay, I have another scene, for example, with clean. This is fantastic clean. Woo! And it is always the same amp, but with pitch block, with the 2 Plex Delay Reverb. Fantastic. And now there is also the crunch. The crunch is based on it is the same JTM 45 but with more gain. You can see the clean, the gain is set to 3.37, but the crunch is a bit more, and also the equalization. As I mentioned in a previous my tutorial, you can use the same amp with different channel and different settings. This is amazing. It's like you have a up to 4 JTM 45. This is the clean. This is is the low crunch. I call it low crunch. Yeah. And also I have the lead. Okay, let's check the lead. It is the lead sound, but the Plex Delay also. I love it. Incredible. Okay, there is a question from Jean Clark. This is all great, but is it at the room volume or give volume? I'm working with a headphone. There is no volume in the room, in my box. I'm working only with headphone. If you have the same headphone of me, I'm using the Audio Technica. You can listen exactly the same sound. There is no difference. There is no room here. There is no absolutely ambient room. The room is created by the room level. This is the reason it is really, really important to know how to use the room level, because dear guys, most of the problem of the typical analog guitar player that they still believe that only the tube valves sounds realistic. The problem is not in the amplifier now. The problem is in the ambient, because that guys are usual to listen the amp in the room, and the amp in the room is completely different to listen the sound on the headphone or through the monitor, because the amp in the room has not only the sound of the amp, but has the sound of the ambient of the room itself, and that gives a big and strong contribution to the quality of the sound. And when some people says the sound of the modular are plastics, are not realistic, the problem is not the sound itself. The problem is the room, because they cannot listen the typical room effect. They are not aware about this. This is the problem, because typical when the people doesn't know. Okay, they are not aware. So they say, oh, it is different. Amplifier is much more realistic, but it's not matter. And you can prove this if you put that guy in front of the monitor, mic the amplifier, and try to listen to them the sound of his amplifier through the monitor, and they have the same impression of the modular, because they cannot feel anymore the room ambient. With this control, you can create exactly the same feeling, and this is important. And this is, for example, the big success of the Universal Audio OX. Universal Audio OX is okay. It is a very good component, but the secret of that device, it is the room creation, the artificial room they create, and analog guys love that, because they feel the same. You can notice many guys that use they still use the amplifier, use the OX, sometimes a torpedo cabinet or some kind of ambient and room devices. But the secret is that they create the same, and you can do the same with the Fractal, and I think much more, because you have more control with Fractal than the OX or Torpedo cabinet, and it is much more, let's say, realistic, and the quality is incredible. And also you can add all the incredible effects of Fractal. Ciao Frankie. Especially with, for example, with the blues. With the blues. Okay, let me check. No. For example, I can put. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the blues sound, especially to produce the blues sound is very useful to use the room level. Oh, this is in. Yeah. I can show you what's happened when I switch off the room level. Okay, this is the room level. I switch off. Ah, completely changed. And now the magic is done. Yeah. incredible. Now the reverb is too much, but you can hear the big difference to use the room level. And I can tell you that with the new firmware with 29, most of the amplifier improve the algorithm, and the quality is really incredible. Marco, do you recommend using the room level also live? Okay, live is a very, very good question, Dano. Live, it is a bit risky. You have to be sure, and I suggest you to make some tests, because, of course, when you are live, you have the natural reverb, and you don't need this room level. But sometimes a bit of room level can help. It depends if the quality of the PA is really high, the quality of the venue is really high, the acoustic is incredible, and you can use the room level a bit, not so much, but and it also depends of the amp, because I can show you an example with another preset I created, and I love it. It is the MF Deluxe. I can show you now. The Deluxe Reverb. Deluxe is a combo amp. Now this is the GTM, but if you go to the Deluxe Reverb, it is typical combo amp. The combo is much more effective of the ambient, the room effect, because combo is open back. So the sound diffusion is not only in the front of the amp, but also it is on the back. And you can hear the reflection of the walls behind the amp. And this is really important. The sound of all combo amps like Fender Deluxe, Vox AC30, Princeton Reverb, Fender Twin, and so on, is done not only of the front of the cabinet, but also a lot of reflection. And this is the reason why when you make a capture of your amp in the studio, you put a microphone in front of the speaker, but also behind the speaker, to capture all the sound of this. This is my Deluxe, and I love this. I love this preset, incredible. And as you can see here, the cabinet, I use the Dynacab, very easy, that you can find the Deluxe Reverb 1x12, and you have the room, and with the room you can, I can create the sound of the Deluxe with two ways. The first of all is to use the tube spring reverb before the amp. This is fantastic. This is a typical spring reverb on the combo amp that I suggested to use before the amp, not after. And also, it is really important. I can show you what's happened if I switch off all the reverb. This is the sound only of the sound of the room, and I switch off also the room. The sound is okay. This is the sound of the Fender Deluxe. If you try to listen this sound to the typical analog guys, he says, "Oh, this is not realistic. It's so plastic. It's a fake." Yes, of course, he is right, because a lot of information is missed. First of all, the room level is missed, absolutely, and you have to create that. Yeah, now it is much more realistic. So increase the size of the room, and also the size of the microphone. And the difference is amazing. You can hear how many information you lose if you don't use the room reverb. Fabio Pavia, I don't remember if X8 has the room level, but I don't think so. Now I can add the reverb. This is the ambient reverb, okay? And also I have to add the typical spring reverb. Yeah, this is amazing. I can increase a bit the mix. Wow. This is the sound, and now I can put the reverb to give the complete ambient effect. Okay, let's play a bit. Okay, let me check if... Wow. Yeah, the blues time, guys. So you can hear how much is important to know the secret of the room level. So thank you very much for your attention, guys. If you have any question, put the question below the video, even on my channel, even on the G66 channel. Thank you to G66, and see you and have a nice weekend. Yeah, guys. So I come back to the 70, 80 and 19 preset. Okay. Ciao guys, see you. Ciao, 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 ciao.